Okay, about the hospitals, I'm very sad to say that the hospital as a main unit is actually run by the psychiatry department, which is a tiny little corner in the hospital, and it's an insignificant corner. It should have no power in the hospital. However, it actually runs the whole unit. Now, let's look at psychiatry. Psychiatry is created by the gay community, and they're basically just calling people names: schizophrenic, bipolar, some other names, and then schizoaffective disorder, which is the only name for the only real name for a mental illness. Is if you've really got a mental illness, and these scatty people that you might have. I've never really seen them, to be honest, but there are occasionally you'll have one, and he's schizoaffective disorder, and no one can be around this guy, but everyone else is fine, right? They're just not gay. Simple as that. Okay, so now psychiatry unit is a gay community, right? And they run in the hospitals. They've created COVID. They've got labs there, all right? And they're creating all sorts of diseases, right? They actually created AIDS. A gay community created AIDS. It was meant for the girls in society, but it bled out. And unfortunately for the gay community, it started killing gay people too, all right? Now, the hospital in Blackpool is the psychiatry unit is newly built, and they built it right outside a windmill, right? And the windmill in Blackpool is there for a long time, and then they built this mental health unit right next to it. So the windmill represents Holland, and Holland is D. D represents the white people in Europe, and Holland is a heterosexual country. And they're attacking heterosexuals, the gays, the psychiatry unit, in fact, the whole hospital. Alright, so psychiatry is the gay community, and what they're doing is witchcraft. Alright, now, this witchcraft is using African witchcraft, so it's voodoo. So you'll see drugs with names like Respirodol, which has got the word doll in it, voodoo doll. And then you've got quetiapine, which has got the word pin in, and that's voodoo pin. All right, so they're African voodoo, and the main attribute of African witchcraft is Parkinson's, gives you the shakes. So when somebody's shaking, it's actually a voodoo drug. All right, now that's very old voodoo drug. It creates Parkinson's disease, and this is literally where Parkinson's disease is coming from, spiked by the hospitals, the gay community in the hospitals using African voodoo witchcraft. Right. So all the drugs in the mental health unit, the nurses will observe that are making the patient shake. Okay, so there's absolutely no need for this in the medication, but the gays have put it in there because they don't like, they're calling them not gay. I'm not joking you, this is a detective and police fact. And that in the film Dance with a Stranger, Miranda Richardson's beneficiary is actually Jack the Ripper, but that guy is also the head psychiatrist, and he's a gay. All right, now this leads suspicions to the doctors in Germany at around in the 1920s. Were they doing the same? So did they create the Holocaust? And the answer is definitely they did. So those that created the Holocaust are feeding patients with drugs that making them shake with Parkinson's disease. Michael J. Fox spiked with Parkinson's disease. And look at him now. Okay, this is psychiatry in the gay community. So in the episode of EastEnders where the doctor, the Indian doctor, gets pushed off the castle, he is actually playing a real life psychiatrist, and it's a true story. And he's trying to kill the two lesbians, and he pushes them off the building, and then the doctor himself gets killed straight afterwards because he's just sick as a bone. So this windmill outside the psychiatry unit is actually attacking women. All right, women, and we're talking about NHS British nurses here. I've seen them getting bullied so badly by the hospitals, especially psychiatry units. They're getting so badly bullied that I started to become a documentary maker, a writer, many years ago, and I married an NHS nurse, and together we're a team, and we know changes need to be made. She's made me the head of the hospital. She knows I'm the head of the hospital. She's chosen me as the head of the hospital. She wants me there, right? So I've dedicated my life to helping the nurses in the hospitals that are getting very badly bullied. In fact, I joke you not, but the immigrants that are coming in now, they're coming in to date and to rape your nurses, and this is created by the doctors, especially the gays. So why are the doctors, the gays in the hospitals doing this to the nurses in the hospital? Because the gays in the hospitals are attacking Sylvia, the head of the hospitals. Right, so they're attacking the hospitals. These gays and psychiatry unit is attacking the main unit hospital with gusto and with mass immigration. So the psychiatry unit is well known for this. They're attacking the main unit hospital. They're calling them inferior. They are the surgeons, the Red Cross department, all the scientific biology stuff, whereas psychiatry is not scientific, nor is it biology. They hate spiritualism. They hate God. They hate women. They are the gay community. They're very resentful. They are killing everybody with COVID. Okay, now psychiatry is also killing music stars. Okay, they also brought in all these dark Indians, and they filled the whole hospital with these really dull, uneducated, untrained dark Indians. They're not doctors. They're brought in by psychiatry. They're also not doctors. They don't know anything about biology, your heart, your internal organs. You don't know anything about your brain. They don't know what they've done is people don't know. It's created by homosexuals that are telling non-stop homosexual lies. But they're saying people are unwell if they're not gay. All right, this is very, very unwell behaviour from them. Like they're very sick to the bone themselves. I mean, it's clear as day that they need to be hospitalised. You know, you can't go around to people saying they're not gay and then therefore killing them. I mean, this is you're the illest people out there, and you're the psychiatrist. You don't have any say in the hospital. They don't respect you at all. I know this for a fact. Right, psychology is part of the main unit hospital, where it's not part of psychiatry. They don't like psychiatry. Psychiatry is hated by psychology, the real biologists that actually founded the whole hospital, to be honest. Whereas psychiatry is a pharmaceutical-based stuff. It's basically the what do you call it, the coke machine of the pharmacy unit is psychiatry. Okay, so it's not medical. It's if it's medical, it's Glaxo, and what Glaxo is, it's corrupt, because what they do is they take compounds and enhance damaging elements to it, and it becomes a weapon at that point. And then they Glaxo, and they're your psychiatry, they're in your hospitals, and they're using weapons. So your surgeons are not doing anything like that. All right, they're helping you. It's a completely opposite direction. So there we go.